Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Deere, and I am presenting my math unit, mini units about pendulums for grade 8. And so to start with, um, this mini unit is set up so that students can progress from learning the basics of pi to eventually creating their own pendulum where they can create geometric art as well as assessments and collecting data. So students will learn that pi is always the ratio of the circumference divided by the diameter. The Common Core standards are for math content: prove that all circles are similar, know the formulas for the area and circumference of the circle, use them to solve problems, as well as derive using similarity the fact that the length of the arc intercepted by an angle is proportional to radius. They will measure their own arc from the pendulum they create and use to do geometric art with. So the objectives: by the end of the unit, the students will be able to create geometric art and collect data about it. They will measure and compare data from the pendulum swing using various lengths and weights. And also they will measure the arc length of the pendulum that they build. So the design process starts with the most basic aspects of pi, learning circumference and diameter ratio. And they do this by measuring normal objects around the classroom and the school, any circles or wheels that they can find. They learn that the arc is a portion of the circumference and that it can be measured. They finish by creating a pendulum that paints and also measure the arc of their own paint pendulum. So they start out learning pi, then they learn that the arc is an aspect of, it's a portion of the circumference, and then they learn how to measure the arc of their own pendulum while creating amazing art. So the successes and challenges of the project. The success was just realizing how accessible pendulums are and how easy they are to create and use in class, as well as realizing that there are some fun pendulums nearby as disguised as roller coasters. And so that should be a fun way to finish the project. The challenge was, challenges are to just trying to create a lesson based on a subject that I'm not very familiar with and start from scratch and put together a lesson plan that flows well using concepts that I'm learning for the first time. So I learned a lot about pendulums and the math that goes with it just to be able to create the lesson, and that blew my mind. So the pictures are all, they're not my pictures. Here's the credits for them. And so thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoy the mini units.